Hello, Internet. A close friend of mine recently got his hands on a pair of new AirPod Pros, so we thought we'd make an unboxing video. Let's get into it. Concerning the outside packaging, there's really not a lot to talk about. Apple has kept to their usual clean design, and it looks great as always. We'll focus more on the content after we're finished unboxing, so let's see what's inside. As far as first impressions go, the box feels very nice and smooth in my hands, quite a pleasant feeling to hold it. As expected, we can find a collection of user manuals, warranty papers, and other useless documents inside. Nothing particularly interesting, especially since all of these instructions will be presented to us digitally on whichever device we decide to pair with our AirPods. Let's cut to the chase and get to the part that everyone's here for. Unraveling all of these components feels very satisfying. The wrapping on this little case feels not too different than what most smartphones are packaged in. Let's see what it's like to open and close the case. I really like the way that little light looks when it turns on. As you can most likely tell, that feels very nice. Let's dig a bit deeper. They've included different size earbuds to go on the end of the AirPods. That's very nice. Customization has never been a strong suit of Apple. It's good to see that they have finally made some compromises in this field. Besides all these, of course, we have a cable that's neatly wrapped and tucked in. As far as I know, the AirPods Pro's battery life and charging time stayed pretty much the same as the original AirPods, so there is not a lot to discuss there. Apple guarantees a 5-hour battery life for their device, which should be enough for most users. Let's move on to the main attraction, the AirPods themselves. It's apparent at first glance that Apple has changed up their design. These are the first AirPods to feature in-ear earbuds, which improve sound quality immensely. Whether they actually improve their speaker design remains to be seen. The part of the device that sticks out of your ears has been also reduced in length, which gives it a slicker design, I think. Overall, it feels like holding a very premium product, which it is, of course. Seeing Apple change their original design to this new in-ear approach is actually very surprising. It's one of the first instances I can think of where Apple actually listened to their customers. Again, I can't express enough how satisfying it is to play with these things. It both feels and sounds amazing. Let's move on to software. Just having your device in the proximity of the case when you open it is enough to trigger the pairing process, as you could see in the video. Once that happens, it plays you this cool little tutorial on your device screen. This will show you everything you need to know about your AirPods, which you probably already know at this point. Regardless, it's a cool feature for someone who's new to this. It also shows you how applying force to the sides of the devices can control certain aspects of the listening experience, which could be new to some people. There are multiple ways to access your controls and fine-tune them. We'll be showing some of those in the video later. This aspect of the device is very user-friendly. Due to our camera settings, unfortunately the video is a bit out of focus, so we apologize for that. Hopefully you'll see most of it. This screen allows you to see the battery levels both for the AirPods and the case, which is quite useful. Have I mentioned before how satisfying opening and closing this case was? I also love how it fits perfectly in your pocket. I think the size for this thing is perfect. Something you may want to consider on your own device is getting one of these widgets. It gives you instant access to all the information regarding your AirPods. Something else that I thought was very impressive is that if you remove one of the individual AirPods, your device will actually show you the battery level for both earbuds separately. This feature will be handy mostly for people who like to use their earbuds individually, but is a great addition overall. One last thing I wanted to touch upon is the noise cancellation feature. This toggle allows you to switch between noise cancellation and transparency, the difference between the two being quite obvious. Noise cancellation will muffle all external noise and sounds, allowing you to focus on your music or calls, while transparency does the opposite and lets you focus more on your surroundings and be more vigilant. It could be useful in traffic and other scenarios. That being said, I think we've covered most of the basic features. Hopefully, we've answered some questions you might have about this device. We hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.